Hi there, this is Karen with InspiredByGraham.com. Welcome to my channel. Today is our Simple Stamping Sunday card. We are going to be using the You Are Amazing stamp set. And what I wanted to do with this card layout is make it easy for that beginner stamper. Or if you're an avid stamper, this card layout also works for you as well. So what I did was I used some designer series paper. This is well suited. And I layered it on some Whisper White. And I have a bunch of other cards here that I stamped, and I'll show you those to you at the end of the video. But let's get started making our simple stamping card. So I used the Tasteful Label dies, and this is one of the dies that I used. This ink color of choice is our basic gray. And then I've got Happy Birthday and the stars mounted. This is mounted on an A block, and this one is mounted on a C block. So I'm just gonna ink up that Happy Birthday stamp right down on that die, and let me just show you this. It's so much fun. All right, so that's that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp our stars. So I want my white paper to go horizontally. I'm just going to stamp 3 sets of stars, 2 in the lower left corner and 1 set up in the upper right. So that is all of our stamping for today. Let me just set those aside, and we're going to assemble the card. Quite easy, and it's going to be a top fold card. So we'll be opening it this way. This is basic gray. It's cut 5.5 by 8.5, and I've already pre-scored it at 4 1/4. And then I've got some white cardstock, which is sized 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. And I've got the well-suited designer series paper, and that is cut 3 by 4. Again, I love that size. You've seen me use it quite a bit, but that's just because I like to maximize my designer series paper. All right, so since this has got a really small border, I'm just lining it up here in the lower left corner and going up straight, and then everything else should be straight across. All right, so that's in the really nice paisley print. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use that adhesive, get it started again, and then we're just going to add it all the way around. And then just look at the pattern, just which direction would you like it going. I think that looks fine. And we're just going to layer that right over top of the basic gray. And then let's look at the dies here. So you can add them just like this, but I'm going to show you how to extend that basic gray label out just a little bit. So what you want to do is you want to take your paper snips and you just want to cut this in half, okay? And then let's flip this over, and we're going to add adhesive right to the bottom edge there. And then we're going to just layer this right over top. So no one will ever know that you cut that die in half. And this is a great way to extend out a die cut label. So you can see the back side of it. It's all crooked there, but that doesn't matter because it's actually straight on the card here. All right, so then the next step we're going to do is we're just going to take our adhesive and add it to the back of that die. And then we're going to add this right to the front of that well-suited designer series paper and give it a nice press. And then the inside just gets layered on. And then we'll just open this card up. And then of course we've got it centered top, bottom, left, and right. So that's the inside of the card. And then this is the outside. You can leave it like this. It looks perfectly fine. But if you wanted to embellish it, I like to use the basic rhinestone jewels. And I use my Take Your Pick tool. And what I would do is I would take one of the large ones. Let me just roll out some of that putty there. All right, so then we're going to add one like there. And then one here, a smaller one on the right side, and then a smaller one on the left side. All right, so that is your simple stamping card for Sunday. Let's take a look at the other ones. This is good, would make a really nice gift set for somebody. You could box these up or put a belly band around them. It would look really, really good. So Here's the one we made today. And then here is one made with, again, the basic gray, hip hip hooray, 3 cheers for you. And again, on the inside, I just stamped with the stars. And then here's one made with Pacific Point, happy birthday. That's a stamp we did use. I added 3 rhinestones to the top and the bottom of the dies. And I extended out that other die there in Pacific Point. Here's one using thanks. I just added 2 little rhinestones at the end of that flag. You are amazing. I used quite a few different rhinestones in the center of the flowers that have the little white. And the card base here is Knight of Navy. And here's another one using congrats. So I used every single sentiment in that stamp set along with the stars. So that is your simple stamping card for today. For all your product needs, you can find me at inspiredbygram.com. Thanks for watching.